over 40-50 years, cities have operated principally on the notion of scale. So the idea was the more people you packed in, you could get more efficiency out of the system, in that you could need less roads as the population scaled up. However, we now know, because of the pandemic, that what is efficient is not necessarily resilient. So we're going to have to redesign a lot of our cities, decentralize a lot of our infrastructure, such as parking garages and restaurants and so on. Now, these changes in city infrastructure are also happening because of sudden technological changes. So as an example, we know we're all, across the globe, we're doing more of online delivery and ordering of food, drinks, and other items. What this means is we have to redesign and understand how we deploy parking spaces to allow short-term parking and the use of maybe unmanned delivery carts and vehicles. So the fundamental point I want to make is that the change in city infrastructure is driven both by technology, but also by behavioral change, as well as some global factors such as the pandemic, as well as climate change and the need to be sustainable.
I have worked with the SMU undergrad in this February, and I think that they are a great bunch of very energetic young people. They have this very passionate idea about the digitalizations and technology, and they have this never say die attitude. The SMU SMT undergrad can be optimally deployed within the NE Digital. We are the digital arm for the FairPrice Group as well as the NTUC Enterprise, and today we are actually supporting all the digital transformations within the group, and we can actually get the talent, the SMT undergrad, to help us with the digital transformations to make our customer journey better, through the use of technology.
So another important characteristic is that a smart city is really not about the technology, it's about the people and the residents of the city. In fact, in the next generation or wave of smart cities, you'll see less of an emphasis on technological innovation, but more about making sure that the benefits of it flow to the citizens uniformly, equitably, and in a sustainable manner. So it is important that smart city technologies be coupled with the appropriate kind of analytics and social listening abilities so that we understand the needs of citizens and residents and also cater to the needs of businesses.
I think the SMT program, as I shared briefly, was that there's a really good mix of technical understanding and business understanding. And I think with the way that we're moving forward as a society, there's a large requirement for people that understand how to utilize technology in many different aspects of society, for business, or be it for solving societal problems, using things like different types of technology or even analytics. For Mercrix, we do work with many different kind of projects, anything from large population sensing surveys to doing organizational behavioral assessments, or even going out and trying to understand things that are going with the population. And I believe that what for us we would look for SMT students would be the mix of understanding societal needs. For example, they understand, okay, these are some of the use cases and problems that are out there in society, especially tying in the psychology perspective or the sociology perspective, because that's some of those things that they learn as well, not just the technical skills. So they could then apply the technical aspects from what they've learned and put that into these kind of real world problems. So I would employ them for roles of maybe pre-sales or technical consultants, or some of these kind of technical roles where there is still quite a bit of soft skills required, rather than just purely hard technical skills.
We had the fortune of hosting many of the SMT students and internships with us, even through the COVID period. I think students bring together a very good mix of understanding of both the urban domain as well as technology and the use of data. I think this intersection between the art and sciences allows us to be much better in harnessing the capabilities to improve the quality of life that we can provide for our people. I hope it has been a fruitful experience for many of them. Be able to have a better understanding on the possibilities and challenges in using data and technology in urban planning. I would also encourage students to continue to be curious in how do we apply the use of data and technology in urban planning to allow us to be more informed in the planning decisions we make and to create better outcomes for people and businesses.
I also want to emphasize that smart cities is not something very specific to Singapore. This is now a global phenomenon, and you're seeing waves of investments in smart city technologies and citizen-centric analytics and services. In cities such as Melbourne or Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, or dozens of cities in Japan, for example. And in particular, we have the ASEAN Smart Cities Network, where about 26 different cities across ASEAN are trying to coordinate their practices around smart city technologies, applications, and services.